Hey friends, welcome back to Homeschool-ology. If you are a subscriber, welcome back. I'm so happy you're here to chat with me today. If you're new here, my name is Niki. I'm a homeschooling mom of 4, and I usually talk secular homeschooling, but I also share our lives in general. And today's video is going to be kind of an update video of what's been going on in our lives and where I've been for the past month, because July did not go according to plan, and that's okay. But yeah, so if you want to catch up with me, I hope you'll stick around. Alright, I had every hope and every intention of getting several videos made for while we were gone on vacation, and I did even film a good portion of those videos, but you know, things always never go according to plan. So I ended up not getting them out before we left. I even took my computer with every intention of spending some time and getting it completed. And you know what? We just really enjoyed this vacation, and I ended up filming very little. I had planned on sharing a whole bunch with you, but I will do a trip, you know, recap video for you guys, but it's just going to be a lot less than I had intended, because we did take pictures and a few videos here and there. So I will tell you, you know, the path we went and the things we saw and what were hits and what were misses, and I'm going to share all that. So make sure you are subscribed and you have rung that notification bell if you want to hear all about our trip that we had. It was almost 3 weeks, and it was fantastic. We had a wonderful time. Absolutely needed it. It was a great break from our routine, good reset. Everybody had a great time. You know, there's always, I'm not saying it was all rainbows and sunshine, because it definitely wasn't. There's always, you know, long road trips. They're unavoidable, but overall, we had a great time. So I came back from that and had a little bit of a hard time kind of getting back into the swing of things. And at one point I was like, you know what? I'm just going to take July off. So I did. I took July off, and that was good for me. It was able for me to reset, and I know that you guys understand where I'm at in my life right now, and that I'm not always going to be posting regularly. So I really appreciate that. I really appreciate all y'all's support in that, but I'm back at it. We're back at everything. August was the start of, you know, back to real life. And so, yeah, so I'm just going to tell you like all the things that have been going on, all the things that we have coming up. And I hope to be back on a regular posting schedule, Mondays and Wednesdays. I'm not going to switch to Tuesdays and Thursdays. I tried that, at some point, and it did not go very well with my analytics. So we're gonna stay on Mondays and Wednesdays, and yeah, so hopefully you'll have 2 more videos from me. On that note, if there's anything you'd like me to talk about, since I haven't been around for a while, let me know down in the comments so that I can, you know, make those videos for you. Anything I've shared that you have wanted to see more of. Otherwise, I'm just gonna kind of jump back into my normal, you know, schedule. But if you guys have something you want me to talk about, something you want me to share about, please let me know down in the comments, and I'll be happy to add it into my rotation. I'm trying to fill out my schedule for the next couple of months. So let's see. Let's start with school, I guess. We're back at school. We started on August 4th. And so we are back at it. We are getting into the groove of things. I know one of my recent videos was me sharing getting everything loaded into the Homeschool Planet, and I'm done with all of that except for I've started on both the sciences, but I'm not finished with them, but we're gonna have to start before I finish. And so but those I'm getting into the Homeschool Planet, and then those will be ready to go. Yeah, so that's all going pretty good so far. The child who I thought was going to give me the most struggle, I was actually doing quite wonderfully. But one of my other children definitely gave me a run for my money at the start of school week. Just getting back into the swing of things can sometimes be a little bit hard for some of the kiddos. And so, but yeah, otherwise everything's off to a really good start. Pretty happy so far with the curriculum, but we've only been using it for a little while, so I'll give you a real update on that, you know, once we get into it a little bit more. So that's all going really good, and then we'll be starting our week, like adding more things in. So if you don't know, the strategy that we use is we start off with the basics and then we add in as we go. Like each week I'll add in 1 or 2 more things. So we start off with math and language arts, and sometimes not even all of language arts, but we start off with those 2 things, and then I will add in history, and then I will add in science, and then I will add in art, and then I will add in any unit studies. So we add them in as we go so that we're not like diving in head first to the deep end, you know, like we're taking our time, we're gradually getting to the deep end. So that strategy has worked really well for us. If you don't know, we're starting our 11th year of homeschooling, and I've been doing that since about like year 3, and it's a strategy that has been working really, really, really well for us. Even when we come back from the holidays, so like even when we come back after Christmas, we do the same exact thing. We just pick up math and language arts, then we slowly add back in history, science, and all the other things. So going pretty well so far, pretty excited about that. Excited for the new year, and I think that this is gonna be kind of according to how the first little bit has gone. I think we might be hitting a really good stride this year. So fingers crossed. Okay, so we will be adding in a new co-op this next, week. That's the week ahead. So we'll be adding that in. So my brain's starting to, get ready for that, warming up to all of that. This one is way more laid back, way more chill, way more easygoing, and hopefully won't require quite as much of my energy as the previous one did. That's the goal. And so we're really excited about that. The kids are actually excited because we took a big long break from, doing anything. And so they're even asking, when are we going back? When are we going back? So they're really excited, about it. So I think that's going to be really fun for us. We're really looking forward to that. Business world, I've kind of been taking a step back on a lot of my other things so I can really focus on Homeschool-ology. I have some exciting things that could potentially be great opportunities coming forward, and I'm really kind of wanting to focus on just those things. And so that is kind of exciting for me, and really, really great. I'm looking forward to what some of these things could be. So, all right, so this channel, as I said, I'm starting to fill out my upcoming months. I have some videos planned for you guys where I'm like sharing what we're going to be doing for science this year, because I know that's always a hot ticket item or hot ticket topic. What people do for science, especially secular science, it's so hard to find something. So I'm going to be sharing with you what we plan to do over the next couple of weeks for both middle school and for high school. I haven't decided what I'm going to do for my younger kiddos yet. They used to always get science heavy things at co-op, so I really didn't worry about it that much. But now, because we're doing a different co-op like thing, I don't know what's going to be covered, so I don't know if I'm going to start something with them or not. I'm kind of like wavering back and forth. Normally with littles, I kind of just stick to the basics, but they're now getting into 2nd and 1st grade, but really my 1st grader is doing basically all the same work as my 2nd grader. So I'm just considering it kind of like 2nd grade, but I'm keeping her on the books as a 1st grader. But anyways, they are kind of getting to a point where I think we're ready to add a little bit more in. So I don't know if I'm going to add in history or if I'm going to add in science or if I'm going to add in like a unit studies that incorporate both of those, or I haven't really quite decided yet on where I'm going to go with them. But if I figure it out, if I decide on something, I will of course be letting you guys know and what I decide and what I decide to add. My kiddos, a couple of them are going to be trying out some different acting things this year, and so we're prepping up for that and getting ready for that. My older two are doing music. My son wants to try tennis, so we're going to be looking into getting him into that. And of course, my younger two still do soccer. My younger three actually still do soccer. So that season will be coming up pretty soon. We'll be getting prepped for that. So we just have a lot of stuff like on the horizon, a lot of fun things to look forward to. Life is kind of getting back to, life, normal life, not struggling life, back to a little bit of normalcy, a little bit more routine. I'm really working hard right now on developing more routines, because I've known, it's not that I didn't know, but I'm starting to realize that routines is the only thing that saves us around here. So we're starting to kind of develop a few more routines, getting more used to regularity in our schedules, and working on that. And so if I have any major tips that I come across, I'll be sharing those with you guys as well. But back into menu planning and meal prepping. So that was something that I kind of let go to the wayside, and I'm really excited to kind of bring that back. If you guys are interested in any of that, what I'm doing for meal prepping, let me know down in the comments. I'll be happy to share that with you guys. But yeah, I'm just trying to get more. I keep looking at my menu that's on the refrigerator over there. I'm trying to get more nights, freezer meals ready to go, so that on nights when I decide I just am not in the mood to cook, that I can pull something out of the freezer and we have something for dinner rather than getting something from takeout. I'm finding, that perimenopause is, my energy, my rhythm, my energy rhythm is a lot different. And sometimes by the time I get time to dinner making time, I'm just so burnt out that I do not have the energy. And so I've also I'm waking up earlier than I used to because I don't know, that all this is crazy, guys. It sucks. Okay. And I'm sure many of you know what I'm talking about out there, but yeah, so I'm trying to adjust to all that by setting routines and procedures in place that help combat some of that change in my energy levels and my routine. I'm waking up now really early compared to what I used to, and so I've changed to doing stuff in the morning instead of doing stuff in the evening, and so just making those changes to get myself back into a new, improved routine. And so, yeah, so that's kind of just where I'm at right now, just kind of going along, making those adjustments, it's a lot of trial and error right now. But I'm finding some things that I'm really liking, really enjoying. So overall, things are good. Vacation was a nice break, and back to reality, back to, getting life back on track, and setting up those tracks, so that we can succeed around here. And we're doing a lot better. So I think I'm going to wrap this video up here, and I'm going to say thank you again for being here to chat with me today. I'd love to know what's going on with you guys. Are you guys, I know several of you do year-round homeschooling, but are you starting a new year yet? Or if you're not a year-round homeschooler, have you started your school year yet? This is a fun question. Do you guys follow your public school calendar or do you not? So, in the past, we've been a public school calendar. We kind of sort of follow it. Because the co-op that we were in, we followed it because we had some families that had some public school kids and some homeschool kids. And so when they'd be missing anyway. So we just took that week off, and so now, since that's not necessarily a constraint in my life, I'm trying to decide, am I going to follow it still or am I not? And so I want to know, what do you guys do? Or do you try to follow along with that? Or do you guys not follow along so that you can take advantage of some of the things when all the kids are out, you're at home doing school, and when all the kids are in school, you're out in the world doing things, So Well, yeah, let me know down in the comments. I'd love to know. All right, I think I'm gonna wrap this up because I'm starting to get pretty rambly. And don't forget, you can always check us out over on Instagram at Homeschool-ology. I am going to try to get that a routine that established so that I'm posting a little bit more often there. And yeah, so I think that's gonna be it for me today. I hope you'll come back and chat with me again real soon, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.